Okay guys, so a little bit of a Tmaxx update. We got some stuff here for it. Hehe, I'll tell you more about that later. Anyways, so first of all, a shout out to Jason28W. Awesome guy on YouTube, go check him out. Tell him the bug sent you. Anyways, and a question from Arnold, who is a viewer. Hey Arnold. He replaced the bearings in his 3.3 and was wondering if he has to break the engine all over again. No, you don't. Put the bearings in and send it. That's all you have to do. Same with the rod and the wrist pin. Doesn't matter. You can take it easy for a tank if you feel like it. The only time you have to break in an engine is if you replace the piston and sleeve or you have it pinched. So don't worry about that. So we are going with a NTN bearing in the rear and an Acer ceramic nitride pro bearing in the front. Possibly new connecting rod. I have an extra wrist pin if needed. This is an old rod engine, by the way. I'll show you that tomorrow. A West LC3 glow plug. And we are going to look at the other upgrade, which is a crankshaft. We're going to be using a 3.3 crankshaft instead 2.5. That one over there. It's also got a rider pipe on it. Mint. Anyways. Right. So this one is a 3.3 crank. This one's the 2.5 crank. The 2.5R and 2.5 both share the same crank, same sleeve and piston, same cylinder head. Well, cylinder heads are different. Other than that, everything else is the same. There's no special port timing or anything else. They fucking lied to you. Sorry, it's true. So we're going to look at these. Well, Bug, what's the difference between the cranks? I don't have a scale here. I borrowed my buddy's scale, which wasn't used in illegal activities. But anyways, I forgot to grab a video or photo of that, but the 2.5 crank, this one, is physically heavier than the 3.3 crank, which is this one over here. And you can obviously see the opening on the 3.3 crank is much larger. If we turn them around, have a look, you can see the difference if you look really carefully. You might not be able to tell, but the 3.3 crank, this guy, has a larger opening in the center. The stroke is the same, everything else is the same, but it's lighter and has a larger gas passage to the center, and it's just all around better. So the 2.5s, 2.5Rs actually respond pretty well to a 3.3 crank if you want a cheap upgrade for performance. This also has a Force FC15 carburetor on it. If you can afford or want to build a super good 2.5 OSLC4 glow plug, 30% nitro, a really good pipe, 3.3 crank, an OS 11K carb, and you will have yourself one hell of a monster and a really good runner. But for the factory guys, I just want a little bit better 3.3 crank in your 2.5s, and it makes them run really nice. So we're going to prove that, and I'm going to do a rebuild on that video tomorrow with the bearings and everything else. You guys will see that. And as far as this is an SH21, which is going to have something done to it from something else, and well, you guys will see that later. Anyways, enough of that racket. But as far as rebuilding your engine and replacing the rod, pin, and bearings, no, you don't have to. As long as you do your break-in after you replace or pinch the sleeve, that's it. And if you have a new piston and sleeve, replace the rod, pin, and bearings to go with it. Don't put a new piston on an old rod because it can snap, and you don't want that to happen because that's a big fucking waste of money and super irritating. But you guys will see more about this later. I have another 2.5 that has a 3.3 crank and it runs awesome. Currently a buddy of mine's borrowing it, and you guys will see the 3.3 video with the whatever the hell brand that crank is. I can't remember, but anyways, you guys will see that too. But as always guys, thanks for watching. If you guys want to see the scars, so there they are. And that's the pin or the screw that's loose. They want to tighten it back up. So it's only half an hour surgery, not bad. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on burning nitro. Stay tuned for more. Gonna try and get this guy out this weekend if the weather's nice.